Welcome back to More Sip to Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and I've done a bunch of videos about the wealth of talent in the Packers young receivers room. Whether it's Christian Watson, Jontavian Wicks, Romeo Dubs, Malik Heath, or the subject of today's video, Jayden Reed. Now, I don't think they have a number one receiver, even though it's supposed to be Watson, but Jayden Reed really filling that role right now. And when you look at him, he's 6 foot, and you think he's a prototypical slot receiver, even though he spends most of the time in the slot, 84% of the time in the slot. He does go out wide sometime, and it's 16% out wide. His average depth of target is 8.2 yards. But what stands out to me is, well, one of the things that stand out to me is he's 4 of 4 this year on contested catches. He does have 3 drops, but that comes here or there. But let's talk about a few other things before we get into the film of why I like Jayden Reed so much. He has 22 targets, tied for first on the team. 17 catches, which is first on the team. 336 yards, also first on the team. 2 touchdowns, 165 yards of yak, which is first on the team. Has a plus 15.2 EPA and averages 4.5 yards of separation on every route. Jayden Reed is not technically the number one receiver on the Green Bay Packers, but he is the number one receiver on the Green Bay Packers. Let's take a look at some of the plays Jayden Reed has done so far in this 2024 season and why I really like what he's become so far in his career. Welcome back to More Sip to Tally. Let's get started. All right, on his first play, he has a deep over. He's the number 3 man in the slide at the top. Trips right. He has a deep over, and I love the way he works with the tight end. He's going to allow the tight end to kind of work this little mesh, and he's going to get right up under the tight end and work to the open space. He already knows he's open, throwing a hand up. Jordan Love, puts a beautiful ball out there to him. He catches it and holds on to it while receiving a hit from Blankenship. But my thing is, knowing the coverage, understanding that he's using the tight end as a screen, seeing where the free safety is, and knowing that the corner can't get over top of him because the corner's squatting on that other crosser that's coming from Christian Watson. So now he knows he's open. Jordan Love just got to throw it to the open space. He knows it. They understand it. They're on the same page. Big play. Now right here, Jayden has another deep over. He's at the top of your screen in the slot again. But once they put Watson in motion, he's going to become the number 3 receiver. And it's just like the first play. He's going to have a deep over. Watch him navigate through the zone. Go behind the low ball safety right there. And again, he knows he's open. Throwing a hand up. Watson knows he's open. Just throwing to the open grass. Now again, I talked about in the intro, his yards after the catch. That's when this comes into play. He catches this ball on right around a little bit below the 40-yard line. Makes this guy miss. And this is 30 yards of yak. Or maybe a little bit more than 30 yards of yak. Because he has the ability to make guys miss. And one of the reasons why he's leading the team in yak right there. As he hits the little boss man D-Lo TikTok dance. All right, on this play, he starts off as the outside receiver. But they're going to work him right back to that number 3 spot. He's going to come in motion. He's at number 3 spot. And I didn't talk much about his route running. But watch how he squares up behind him and then just kind of gives him the business. Pop, 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 pop. Good release. But we talked about the contested catches. 6 feet, going up over the top of somebody, going to get that ball and finishing for the touchdown. Again, this man's only 6 feet tall. Going over top of defenders like this, going to get the ball. Again, like I said in the intro, contested catches on the season so far, he's 4 for 4. He's won all of his contested catches. That's a guy you can count on, man. 50-50 balls for him right now are 100 balls. Anybody want to guess where Jayden's lined up on this play? Number 3 receiver. And the ability to work the middle of the field. Then a cover 2 shell. And with all that open space right around the hashes, he's just going to get inside of number 2 because they got to make a decision. They only have 2 defenders on that second level. So number 7 has to try to play the difference between number 3 and number 2. And what I mean is This is number 3. That's number 2. So this guy has to play the difference between those two. And so what Jayden's going to do is split that difference. He's going to come off and he's going to get a quick pass from Jordan Love ASAP. And again, with him being 6 feet, he know he's going to take a lick. He stands in there and takes it. And Love does a good job of kind of back shouldering him too, so don't lead him into a direct hit. That's great placement on that throw. Great placement on that throw. And again, he has 3 drops so far, but he's really a sure-handed receiver. I can't stress that enough. And on the last one we're going to do today, I don't have to tell you where he's lined up. You already know. You already know what route he's about to run from what we've talked about so far in this video. And you already know what he's going to do at the end of the video because there's going to be a defender there. Let's just run it. You know, in case you're late, he's the number 3 receiver. He's going to run a deep over. And Harrison Smith's going to be there for a contested catch. Guess who's going to come down with it? The little big man is just continuously amazes me, and he's emerging to be the leader of a still young wide receiver room up in Green Bay. I can't tell you how excited I am to continue to watch this group grow. So Packers fans, you have an amazing receivers room. At the end of last season, I became enamored with them. I'm still enamored with them, and I love what they're doing up there in Green Bay. And so this is Coach Evans with another episode of More Sip the Tally. I appreciate you guys for coming through. If you would like the video, if you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so and hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop throughout the 2024 season. I appreciate y'all. See you on the next one. Peace and love.